tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Today, we'll see a team that can get it done on the ground. The Packers are top 10 in rushing TDs. They'll go up against the Ravens defense that needs to be ready for that.
We're at the oldest continually operating stadium in the NFL as you get a look inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to, and look at this, right away a loose football, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. A first carry now for Alex Collins. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. First and goal from the 8. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. From the gun, Flacco. Now a hit, and Flacco drops the football. It's loose. And fortunately, he's able to reel it back in, but it's going to go down as a big loss here on the play. He got it stripped, but you can see the panic in his face from up here through the helmet. He was able to dive back on it.
A good bit of fortune for him, because oftentimes on a strip sack, when that ball is wrenched out of your grasp, it can go in any different direction. It can go way away from you. In this case, it didn't matter. He was able to get on it.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Now, I know we're only 2 plays in, but after giving up back-to-back sacks, something has to change with the protection, and they can't wait to halftime to make an adjustment.
Flacco and the Ravens now, after the sack, need something good here on 3rd and long. Flacco from the gun. They still can't get it. Fights him off. A loss of 8 on the play, and it brings up 4th. So on 4th down, Flacco off to the sidelines. He gives way to Justin Tucker. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And this one is right down the middle. And the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. The offense got the ball in a good spot, but they went nowhere. They settled for 3.
Brandon, I think it's safe to say that was a major disappointment. Had a great opportunity, excellent field position, and did not be able to move the ball at all. Big-time letdown.
And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The first carry here for Ty Montgomery. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Rodgers on the bootleg. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Throwing now is Rodgers. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. first down. Here's the run with Montgomery. Great move, but still wrangled before reaching the 20. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I think many people thought Ty Montgomery would automatically go back to being a wide receiver this year, but it appears he's going to stay at running back. I know they drafted Jamal Williams from BYU, but Montgomery proving his worth.
And he proved it, proved it last year. 5.4 yards per carry, 4th best in the league. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. A play fake to Montgomery. Now Rodgers. He's got it. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivered.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Ty Montgomery, touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Packers have taken the early lead. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. Crosby on now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know. We know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, and the whole month of December is still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Clay Matthews in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. Flacco and the Ravens now, after the sack, need something good here on 3rd and long. Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Operating out of the gun, Flacco. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly 3rd and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
Now here's Janis. He had one man to beat. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down. And this offense is going to be set up with a 1st and 10 inside the 15. Montgomery on the counter. And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. A great move by Montgomery. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go. This is Williams. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Montgomery, they'll run for it. And this winds up a disaster, nowhere near the marker. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field.
This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's 2nd down.
Collins running it from the pistol. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. So still a full 10 yards to go here for the offense on 3rd down. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? They'll step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
And, Charles, this infraction is going to be against the offense. False start.
Sometimes you have to get up to the line of scrimmage, make sure your team is set before you begin your cadence.
3rd down. Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Mike Daniels. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him. 2nd quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the football, but likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Janis the return. And he is out of bounds up past the 10. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10.
While we have a minute, we remind you that later tonight we'll have a couple of NFC East rivals squaring off, the Eagles and the Cowboys from Big D.
Or Arlington. Got to make sure we get it right.
To be more precise there in the Metroplex. Then tomorrow night, Week 11, we'll wrap up with a playoff rematch from the divisional round a year ago, the Falcons and Seahawks, but this time from Seattle.
And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. On 1st down, Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. Past the 20, 10, touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams, 76 yards. And the Packers are able to strike quickly for 6.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Crosby on now to kick it away. And he'll back up a few steps as he'll make the fair catch at about the 8-yard line. And the Ravens taking the field.
They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Dancing to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep. And got his man complete. And all the way up to the 49. A big play that time for the Ravens. And even 40 yards. They go play action here on first down. He's going to float this one deep right. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Jeremy Maclin, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where we're going to be and what do we need to get. And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Now a play fake here on first down. And Nelson's got it here right side. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. So a major development here. Aaron Rodgers out. And coming in, a man who had great success in college at UCLA, Brett Hundley. Now Hundley, this will be his first throw off the bench. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
They'll begin the drive with Collins. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They got to feel pretty good about that one.
Passing play. Flacco going deep downfield for Ross. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Here's Flacco. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and that just continued there with that incompletion.
And definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. And now the Packers get set to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. Throwing, Hundley. And Davis with it left side. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. And now we're circling here around the 2-minute warning.
This is a setup play, trying to get one last one in before the clock warning.
The toss play to Montgomery. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words.
Come on, let's go.
Now Hundley. Now they go screen. It's complete. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
The screen was executed and completed, but where's the worry on the play? How many times is a quarterback going to get hit? Because offensive linemen have to do an acting job of making sure it looks like they're whiffing on blocks. But you got to slow them down a little bit, because if you don't, that's a lot of big guys.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
Here we go. Ohio.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It's a gain of 5. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Come on, let's go. Let's round. Ohio.
And now whistles and a flag. And I think we got a jump here. So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
Let's go. Ohio. Flex round. Ohio.
He'll look to throw. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Carr. And now running right through him. And an alley to run. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. Now we'll get our first update of the afternoon for the Meadowlands. And an early advantage in that one for the Giants. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Back to throw here. Airing it deep for Janis. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Absolutely. Very well could have been a third interception in half number one. The Packers on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. On play action, they'll throw. He will find Davis on the left side, complete. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Shift together here from the D-line. They'll throw now on the final play. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. He was looking for Brashad Perriman, and it's 2nd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. To pass, Flacco. And he's got the veteran here. It's Mike Wallace. That one goes for 24 yards. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Flacco off play action. Being chased out left. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he'd just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
The Ravens on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Flacco from midfield. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Here's a 1st down run with Collins. Room here to run. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 16 yards on that one, and a Raven first.
And that's something that's been lacking in Baltimore's running game the last few seasons, the ability to really hit on a big run.
Last year, their longest run was just 41 yards all season, 4 yards per carry near the bottom of the league. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. From the gun, Flacco. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks at the 14. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. 1st and 10 here for Flacco. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Flacco will take to the air again. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown.
A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. Set to return. This is Jeff Janis. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. He'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The screen does get him 9, but it also brings up a 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second, it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And if they're going to take it in for another touchdown like they did on their last drive, they're going to have to do it the hard way, starting at the 1.
And boy, is that a difficult position. Obviously, where they are on the field, they have to be careful with the football. But at the same time, they can't be so careful that they can't run their offense as well. Everyone's got to lock in this situation. No mistakes.
Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. Flacco fakes the give, sets to throw. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. A big 30-yard play on 3rd. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. And a nice gain of 21 yards. On the draw, Flacco to Dixon. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. It gets it complete to Anquan Bolden. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Throwing here on 1st down. Flacco drops it underneath for Collins. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback that has to slide and find open space to throw.
It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another first down. Operating out of the gun, Flacco. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Mike Wallace, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens will extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so well. Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th.
Here we go. Black round.
They'll try and throw for it here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Back now at Lambeau. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. 1st and 10, and Flacco looking to throw. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Darren Waller, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And solid field position here to start as they get it out to the 40-yard line.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Back to throw now on 1st down. He's going to look deep down the field. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They come up in an offset eye. Now Jones. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the forced fumble defensively leads to 6 points for the Packers. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. Crosby on now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And not great starting field position here for the offense. They look to throw on 1st and 10 with Flacco. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They fake the handoff. Now Flacco to pass. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. Flacco and the Ravens now, after the sack, need something good here on 3rd and long. Flacco from the shadow of the goalpost. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
Here's Sam Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This will be taken at the 10. Out of bounds across the 40-yard line. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And it'll be Packer football here, 1st down and 10. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player, not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Looking deep downfield, and they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the 1st, and the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. And a great spot to start this drive from here. On 1st down, Flacco. That's caught out left by Perriman. They give him a gain of 38. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option.
Yeah, this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Rashad Perriman, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Ravens will extend their lead. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
How many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Throwing, Hundley lets it go for Nelson. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Let's go! Grand 38!
Now Hundley. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 30. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
They'll set up to throw. He sets to fire deep. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
Uncorks one for Davis. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make the play on the football.
On third down, here's Jones. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a fourth down. On now is the Packers punter. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And Watson has it right side. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Flacco. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down at the 32-yard line.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
To pass, Flacco. Open man left side is Wallace, complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. Whoa, Flacco's going to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with second and a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And he's into the clear. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10, and into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Checking the NFL scoreboard, they're in the fourth now in Minneapolis. And it's the Rams extending their lead as they just put more on the board. A victory there would mean they're sixth on the year. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This will be taken short. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
But I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to wind up and got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it, and that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
Got to be wary of throwing an interception here because the defense knows they're going to get tested deep. That's why they're going to put a couple of extra guys back there to try and prevent that.
Yeah, late in the fourth quarter here trying to preserve the lead. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. And this will likely be the last play and wrap things up. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. They were going.
You